Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're with me on this Tuesday morning. We appreciate your viewership. As always, let's get started with our weather, brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. Drew Pollard and his hard-working crew. And I mean, they've been working hard, putting in a lot of time because it's been so hot, and y'all know what I'm talking about. In fact, it's going to get up to about 93 today, but it's at that night temperature just hasn't been cooling down at night, so it just stays that way. And I got a story to tell you later on about my air conditioning going out. But Drew took care of us. Low 76, water temperature 87, pretty steady 87. I've been getting some good reports of some kings being caught off the pier. River readings brought to us by Panama City Coca-Cola. We're looking at Apalachicola, Bluntstown, 3.4. Looking good there. The Choctaw at Caryville, 3.2. Our tide chart brought to us by Kenton Forest Lawn. Look on today's date. We're looking at the 15th. We're halfway through August, if you can believe it. And it is a strong tide. The actual high tide is this morning at 10:11, going out strongly to 8:24 tonight. And the wind will be coming west-southwest at about 13. It's been a pretty good summer breeze we're having this time of year. And so we're getting ready for some good things in the outdoors. We'll be talking about that, but we want to cool down just a little bit. Let's take a break. Oh, one other thing before we take a break. Soccer will be on tomorrow. Jeff will tell them it's going to be the semifinals, so we have no control over it. We preempted with it, but y'all, if you like soccer, enjoy the game. And I'll be back on Thursday and Friday, but we're only missing one day this week, and we don't know about if that's going to be it or it'll be one more, but we're winding down with the soccer tournament, so let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I got a lot of pictures to show you. I know you enjoyed yesterday's show. It was great having, we appreciate Steve Rogers, enjoyed having him on and him having the, how nice it was to give away that rod. So y'all give us a call on that. If you don't, we're going to give it away again. Okay, all kind of pictures. Let's get started on them. Richard Scoop Jackson from Port St. Joe, works down there at the St. Joe Marina. Now listen, he was at Cedar Island around, which is Keaton Beach. Now he's from St. Joe. Never in my life have I seen so many scallops. First time ever scalloping here. It's always been St. Joe Bay like all of us. The water was crystal clear, scallops were plentiful, and we caught some fish. Great place, can't go. And he sent just a collage of pictures. We look at the scallops and fishing. So I've heard it over and over again about how many scallops are down there. You know, I've never wanted to go, but I may go next year because, like I say, I don't think it's going to be that good starting in St. Joe Bay. I don't know yet, but I'm just saying that. Don't forget now, Friday night, Bay County Longbeards at First Methodist Church. Contact Ken Paramore. Here's his number, and they do a good job. A lot of folks go to that, and it's a good food and just good fellowship, getting ready for turkey season. Speaking of Point South Marina, that's the St. Joe Marina. That's where Mason worked this summer. Check this out. Who wants a golden ticket, or we say the golden scallop? They posted this last week. We're a week from scallop season. To celebrate, we're hiding these golden scallops in the turtle grass or the shallows, where the scallops are just in time for season. If you find one, bring it to the marina and win a $100 shopping spree in the outfitter store. This golden scallops, I don't know if I have a picture of it. It's just, you'll see, it won't be a regular scallop. So thank you, Point South Marina right there. That's behind Blue Water back there. So if you see a golden scallop, take it there and get $100 worth of. That's cool. Back in my day, this was our iPad. You old timers know what I'm talking about. John Missy Gore posted this. My neighbor's up the road. Sneed's Showdown, Lake Seminole. Outboard drag boat racing. This used to be really popular, then it sort of died out, but it's coming back, folks. It's going to be August the 19th and 20th. I have a Sneed's Park. We've been there before. And let's see, gate opens at 8 a.m., admission $10. presented by the town of Sneeds and the Outboard Drag Boat Association. That'd be fun. John and Missy Gore. Williams Gun and Pond. Ryan Mason, look at this. Caught dinner and back before breakfast. That's a good morning. And you can see what he's fishing with. See the color there. That's one of my favorite colors. That chartreuse or orange tail, or just that color got him. Good job, Ryan Mason. Okay, moving along. I thought this is interesting. I checked the red tide, the current status of red tide, fairly regular. But last week, and this is last week's report, there was no red tide anywhere in Florida. Is that not cool, especially as hot as it has been? So I don't want to jinx us all, but I wanted these little dots where they're all checked, and they're all the same. If they're gray color, it's all clear, all along Florida. I thought it was interesting. I want to share that with you. Okay, this is a cool story. Terry G. down at Blue Water, former Navy pilot, originally grew up in Chicago, but he loves it here. He's an outstanding fisherman. So he said, I'm putting up a flagpole, and this is the flag that will be on it. On the blue stripe, I've printed the names of my family members who are police officers or firefighters. So he put George, my brother-in-law, retired from police departments, Chicago, and Collier County. He passed last year from COVID. Then Scott, that's George's son, he retired from the Chicago Police Force. His third name is David, my nephew's son, a firefighter in Collier County, and Hayden, my niece's husband in Collier County Police Force. So what he did, just to honor them, and you can't see, he put their names. See where the names on here? He put all four of those names on there, okay? And then he hung it up. Is that not cool? A blue line there. So good job. I mean, that's just something cool. Thank you for sharing that with us. That's cool in honor of those. Okay, next time Blue Water asks for them. What's Forrest Gump's password? You ready? 1 Forrest 1. You get that, Jeff? I couldn't resist that. I was down at one of the places off the Cape, and they had this little push pin to show where, and this is a Cape Sandblast, and where you're coming from. And this just amazes me. Ask people, push that pin in to show your location. And look at, Alabama, Georgia, but I always talk about on that side of Mexico Beach, everybody comes down from Georgia. The whole state of Georgia is just about covered. And then look at Alabama. And Mississippi pretty strong too, coming in there from the Jackson area. But look across America, look up north to Chicago and those places. Look out west. All these places have been to Cape Sandblast. Is that not amazing? I blew this one up right here, but now oddly, I thought it was odd that hardly anybody from South Carolina came, but because they go up to the Atlantic coast. But I just want to share that with you as far as we're talking about people coming in from all over the place. That little place, Cape Sandblast, and used to be isolated, but people coming from all over. So let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. We're talking about a lot on our fishing forecast about going to some of these ponds and fishing and how much fun it is at ponds fishing. And there are certain areas, and we used to have one here up around Bluntstown. It was like a pay lake. I mean, you go there, pay and catch a fish, and just pay for whatever you catch. And it was really cool, but they don't do it anymore. But I ran across this, and this is not local, but I want to show the fun, the enjoyment of catching, let me see, right here. Let me if I can get going. Now, this is at a pay lake. Let me see. Okay, check this out. This girl hooks a catfish. I want to show her because it shows girl power as far as fishing. So she's obviously has caught a very big fish. But I love how, okay, he backs up and she has a hook now. And she's hanging on. She's not forcing it. Okay, is it still playing, Jeff? I think I've lost it. Okay, let me get back to it. Okay, it's playing now. Here we go. So there are families by. You can see people fishing all around the lake, and you can see now she has it. She's doing a good job. She's not trying to rush it or anything. She's holding the rod tip up. The guy has a net. Boom. They know it's big, so he obviously is well hooked. Now watch the excitement. Okay, you're holding on, holding on. All right, now he reaches out, he got that long net, that's something good to have. Look at the size of that. She's worn out. She's telling folks she's worn out. Folks, that was a 72-pound catfish out of a pond. Now I show almost everything I show is local video. That was not local. Actually, somebody sort of shared it with me. I thought that's so cool, and I wanted to share it with y'all. So good job on that. Now, I want to get back to pictures because I didn't quite get finished up on the pictures. So there we go. Here we go here. And talking about the Pay Lakes, I wish we had more of them. St. Mark's and St. Vincent National Wildlife Photographers, a group of photographers that take pictures at both places. This is a bobcat, but look, he's got a rat. Isn't that a great picture? He's got like a rat in his mouth, a field mouse, and that's nature. We'd love to have a camera out so we're catching them, so good picture there. You ever seen a hummingbird feather? I have not. That is a hummingbird feather. That was my nephew's bluebird page up there in Dothan. He shared that with some folks. A question from Panama City Hunting Page: if you have wild coyotes on your property trying to hurt your livestock, is it legal to kill the coyote? Yes, it is legal. They really can't do it inside town, inside city limits and all, but you definitely coyotes. You can hunt them pretty well all year round. This is, I was telling you a while ago, the pier fishing is hot. Steve Connor, he posted, the question was where, okay, here's what the guy said. Yesterday was on fire. Spanish in the morning, Kings right before lunch when the wind started blowing. And the guy asked which pier, and it was the Panama City Pier. I'm talking about the city pier there. Coming up this weekend, and this sort of sneaked up on us, there's all kinds of things going on this weekend. The timing of, you would think August 18th will be pretty slow. We got a turkey banquet. You can go to turkey banquet Friday night, jump in the car Saturday morning, go to Buckmasters up in Montgomery. And Gal and I have done that. We're not able to go this weekend because the scallop season is opening up, and we're taking our wind and water scalloping. But Saturday, it goes 3 days. And you can actually see most of it. If you just want to drive up for the day, we've done that before. You can do that, okay? And guess what? I got a memory on my Facebook, a memory because this was 9 years ago. Cast and Call was up there at Buckmasters. Cast and Call hosted by Whitney Woodrick, and that was sort of her last hurrah that year there with Cast and Call. But I thought it was cool they made it to Buckmasters. That was my memory from 9 years ago this weekend. That was cool. Okay. We're going to talk about red snapper, but one thing, they're talking about the bacteria. I did some research on it, got a lot of questions about the bacteria. And because I got several questions on, me not getting into water because of the cuts and all that. It affects people with, young people or old people, if they've got open cuts, open wounds, or immune system balance. Here's the name of it, Vibrio vulnificus. Anyway, I've done this before, we talked about it, I hadn't talked about it the last year or two, but here's the counties. This is cool. Confirmed cases in each year. So Bay County in 21 had no confirmed cases. Let's see. I don't know how this acting up this morning. And nothing in Bay County, okay? So then this is historical data. Okay, Bay County, okay, total deaths in the whole state right here. And in 2022, y'all look down the bottom with a little asterisk about it. 2022, there were 17 deaths in the state. And there was a reason for that. Anyway, just talking about different frequently asked questions. How do you get infected? Raw oysters now, raw shellfish, raw oysters can do it. Let me go back to the reason people are asking what happened here in 2022. If you remember, that's when the hurricane hit down there around Fort Myers, and a lot of people cleaning up in the water and all. A lot of people, they attribute that asterisk, they're talking about a lot of people out there got it during the hurricane cleanup. Okay, so anyway, different questions ask. What is do not eat raw oysters or shellfish? It's the same bacteria. And anyway, a lot of it comes from eating oysters, but a lot of it also comes from just getting in the water with open cut. And it's doing stuff like this right here, which we all do. This is what they were doing down in cleaning up around Fort Myers and all, just walking out there in the streets and everything. And there were 34 cases and 10 deaths that year. Okay, so I wanted to clear that up on the bacteria. Right now, we've got some really good news about extra snapper days. We're going to take a break and come and talk about the extra days. We're getting red snapper season this fall. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Fishing Game Time today brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. We're looking at our time today, 11:25 to 1:25. Now, talking about the extra snapper days. Okay, check this out. In case you missed it, okay, this is an FWC page, Florida Fish and Wildlife. In case you missed, Governor Ron DeSantis announced a 17-day extension of record Gulf recreational red snapper season. We've been talking about what a good year it's been on red snapper. So this fall, check out these dates here, folks. This is something now, okay? It's going to be open for recreational. We'll start at top. Well, it's every weekend. Okay, so Labor Day weekend through Monday of Labor Day, and then September, all the Septembers, okay? Then going into October, look at the Octobers, that's every weekend. And then November, look at there, November, all the way in there to Thanksgiving weekend, we can fish for red snapper. Is that not cool? So that we've just been that kind of year, so it's been really good. Now, speaking of good things going on, we're talking about different things about the stump hole and about, I talked about on Friday Fishing Report, about putting in your boat or kayak there and wading out. Well, I went down there over the weekend, I was down there, and I just took some video. I just want to show you, sort of give you a look at it on our, okay, so this is, I've got some picture and some video. This is that stump hole looking out toward St. Joe Bay. So you can walk down that road. It's not 40 yards down there, okay? Then when you get there, now you're going to see these rocks. These boulders have been put up to keep trucks from, big old trucks from going in there and rutting stuff out, and I can understand that. And here's a little closer picture of it here. Now what's cool, Gail and I were down there, there was nobody there. It's like 11 o'clock. It was during a weekday. And so there's a little gap there. Somebody moved the rocks. There was another rock there. So anyway, looking over to the left. This is where I told you to go, wading out to the left there toward those pine trees. See those pine trees up there? That's your mark for scalloping this weekend. Now check this out. I started looking around, folks, fiddler crabs all over the place. Okay, check this out. Look at them. I love fiddler crabs. I love them. These were young. They hadn't been hatched out too long. These are small. These wouldn't make good bait because they're too small. But what I wanted to show you and share with you, look at them. They're all over the place. I took a couple of short videos with my phone. So there's a legion of them. I just get a kick out of them, and especially, they can feel the vibration of your footstep, and that's why they're running. So they started running way before I got there, and that's their defense mechanism. They really don't like to get in water unless they have to. They're headed for the grass. You see, look at, see they're headed for the grass? That's their safety. Then this is the other side. I'm going on the left now. This is to the right of where I was. So those, look at them. I mean, that's just fun. I remember taking wind and chip when they were little, let them see those. They're all over the place. But these are small. Like I said, they're really small. So let's see, I got one more. Let me see. I was just showing you here, when the tide is out, you're going to have to drag your boat or kayak. It's pretty solid ground. It's pretty solid walking on, but there's a channel out there. But off to the right, there'll be some scallops, and off to the left, there'll be some scallops. Now, the other pictures, I went across the road. This is what's fascinating. Okay, I just want to show you, this is the road here. This is headed south, headed back out. So look at the water. I want to show you this area right here. Can you see right here to the left, right here in the center of the screen, how much the sand has eroded? Folks, in the beginning of the summer, okay, see that little stump right there? That sand went all the way out to it. See that little stump right there in the center? sand was there at the beginning of this summer. I'm serious. This is how much has eroded. None of those stumps were exposed, just a head of a couple of them. This is how much erosion has taken place, and it's just as much as I've seen it for the past 50 years, it just still fascinates me. And what are they going to do? Because see right there in the deep ditch, it's washing up already. I mean, it's right next to the highway. The next storm will take out the highway if it's a heavy storm, because there's no protection there now. I just want y'all to be aware, the next big storm coming in, because that was all sand a couple of months ago. But now, off right to the right, I want to show you, that's a good little fishing spot. Don't tell nobody, but that is a good little fishing spot. I want to just shoot some more little video, just basically the area there. So anyway, that's a good, see that little hole right there? Be careful. I don't fish off the rocks anymore, but if you do, some people are doing it now. But this is how close it is to the road. I mean, they got barriers up there, but it will be washed out next one. They've got a new path about 50 yards from the other one, original one. They had to make a new path so people get down there, and that's it right there. So anyway, I just wanted to, I love doing stuff on site and sharing with you. I talk about it, but nothing, a picture's worth 1,000 words, and that's what I wanted to share with you, what it looks like in that one particular area, because it's nature. You just, Mother Nature is going to erode, it's going to blow trees down, there's nothing you can do about it. So, like I say, the next big storm will wash that road in half, so be prepared for that. And I'm very surprised they have not, that the Army Corps of Engineers have not added more rocks, headed back that way, but they're starting to get on what it is, that's government property. Eglin boundary starts about right there. So that might be why they haven't been able to do it. I'd wrap it up. All kind of interesting stuff you learn here. Thank y'all for watching Panhandle Outdoors. We appreciate the viewership. Do something good today for your fellow man. Have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.